Good day to you, gentle person from the internet, and thank you for joining me as we have a look at Banners Will Fall, which is an interesting little game, sort of a roguelike auto battler side on type of thing. And in itself, it's a pretty good game. I looked at a few games today, and I wanted to record some of them, and unfortunately, they just didn't work on my setup. So that was unfortunate until I found this lad, and so far it's been working absolutely fine. And I thought it was a good game, so I wanted to show you. But there is an interesting question also within the context of the game, and it's a question that's come up a few times, and I am planning on doing a fuller form video on it in the near future. But it is the question of AI tools and how much is used in these games. Because if we look at the text on the dev's itch.io page here, he says he is a UX designer sort of creating this game solo, as it were. And he has been using AI tools to build the game. And I know that upsets a lot of people, and it's something that we do need to think about and do need to talk about. Because AI tools are here to stay, unfortunately, or possibly fortunately, because they are the next step in human kind of progression, as it were. But we aren't handling them very well. So, how do we decide where to draw the line? And unfortunately, what we tend to do as people is we tend to form little polarized groups and then yell at each other and fragment our society around it and form these positions of hardened conflict without considering any fine details and fine elements. What we should be doing is putting pressure on the people in charge to actually form formal legislation, things written down that we can then argue about and refine and improve, and try and do things for the greater good, the greater betterment of everyone, rather than polarizing over our little individual perspectives. And that's really the only way to do it properly, and that's as history shows us, as the rise and fall of civilizations in the past have shown us. We need to not polarize. We need to legislate. And we don't seem to be doing that very, very well. So yeah, if this upsets you, don't scream and shout about it. Rather go and talk to the people in charge and sort of see what's happening with the legislation and the constraints and the controls around it. That's really what we need, and that's really the only way forward. We can't stop AI because it is an advantage for whoever doesn't stop it. And it's interested wealthy people in it, so it's not going anywhere. But we can, as a society, as a collective, as a group of people living within a country with laws and regulations, we can sit and ensure that good, fair, and reasonable legislation is put in place. And that's really the only way we can get it implemented smoothly into society and build upon it, rather than having it hurt us. So yeah, I'm sorry about this aside, but it is something that is coming up regularly. So if you are concerned about AI, then find what routes you can have to talk to the people in charge and to put pressure on them to address it appropriately, rather than just letting the wealthy steamroll over the rest of us and then just getting upset and yelling at each other, which is exactly what the wealthy and the people in charge want, because a fragmented populace is a populace that they can then control and guide and decide, and consume like farmers consuming their crop, as it were. Okay, so aside from that, if the AI thing really bugs you, then maybe don't come and play this game. But if you're willing to have a look at what AI is doing within games, and basically this game in a nutshell and how it is played and things like that, then watch on as we show some gameplay, and then we give it a little bit of critique afterwards. So let's hit the run game button. I've tried this on Firefox. It worked absolutely fine. We are now in Chrome, and we'll see how it flows. So it's built in Godot and some AI tools, I believe. It would be interesting to know what tools were used. I don't know if there's a devlog there. I didn't look. Maybe we can look after this if I remember, and see if he mentions any of the tooling infrastructure that he might have used and where the sources and things were. Because that is really a valid question. What are these tools and how are they being controlled? Also, the music's good. Right, so we have our start page. We have a settings button. We have some good quality of life controls. very, very good. I am going to turn the music down a bit because it is a bit in my ears. I don't know how well it's coming through to you guys. We shall see. Yeah, and you got some resolution options and that kind of stuff. Nice to see. Bravo, Dev. Good care for your players. And a very pretty picture as well. Do you think this was AI? I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing it was, but weirdly uneven there. Not bad either way. Alright, new game. So we have a little bit of a tutorial, not a bad tutorial. I think maybe lacking in a couple of places, but as tutorials go, I think pretty decent. So, welcome to the tavern. This is your hub. Start at the tavern to recruit and manage mercenaries. So we go to our tavern, and we click on the recruit button. Recruitment. Start by clicking the recruit tab and hire 2 mercenaries. So we go to the recruit tab, and who do we have? We have Isadora Wolfsbane, a death priest. We have Cordella Zephyrine, a druid, and we have Sigrid Thistlewick, a warrior. Well, we definitely need a warrior. And we have our gold up at the top right, and the week and things like that, and sort of, I suppose, a settings button there. And we can spend 20 to re-roll. But I'm interested in a druid. Do you think he can heal? Well, let's go with recruiting the druid, and we'll see what he does. Right, so we have recruited 2 people. Click on done. Now we go to the manage tab. Your recruited mercenaries appear here on the left. That's your roster. Select from this roster to build your active formation. So, formation slots. Drag mercenaries from the roster into these formation slots to prepare your party. So we only have 2. So let us put our warrior and give him damage over there. And let us put our druid over here. Does it tell anything else about it? So as you click on it, it tells you about the person. Oh, there is a heal 10, which he... Oh no. Heal 10. I'm not sure what that heal 10 means. Okay, I guess we will find out as we continue. I don't know if there is a healing class or anything like that. I played a little bit. I didn't play very far. Just a few rounds and things like that, just to see how it flowed. So I'm not quite sure how the mechanics work. We will learn it together. What does that lock button mean? Who knows? Alright. So now, once we have managed our team, what it doesn't say we need to do is choose contract. So we choose contract, and we go to the contract board, which was the board outside the tavern, and we pick one of these targets. Now I'm just going to choose the left one. Well, this one says a gentle journey. Promise of reward and respite. Okay, so that's the hardcore tough one. This is the middle ground one, and this is the gentle one because of the gold. So let's just select the gentle one while we have a look at how things work. So we're on the outskirts of the swamp, and here we go tramping along, and we have found some slugs, and we immediately start fighting it. Oh, we've been hurt. And we're zapping them, but we're getting hit back again. One down. Oh, and that one's nearly gone. Fortunately, they do seem to be attacking Sigrid. And he has been victorious. Right, so then we got some experience, 50 XP each, and we picked up a longsword. Which I don't think we can equip now, but I'll have a look-see when we get there. But our guys actually start with some equipment. Okay, campfire. Shelter spot to rest, but danger may lurk in the darkness. Now we can rest a bit and gain our health back, but I suspect we might end up in a fight, or we can press on without resting and walk towards the fight. So we might as well rest. Maybe we'll get some more XP from if we do end up in a fight. Alright, so we rest peacefully. Maybe we wouldn't get in a fight, maybe we would just get hurt and lose the gain. So that might be a random chance to roll. I'm not sure. Anyway, so we're going to our health back. We're back to the beginning again. Let's keep forging forwards and smack some things. Right, more slugs. Let's zap them. No, they seem to be hitting us a bit more successfully today. Now we have our health bar, and then we have a blue bar underneath. I wonder if that helps us build up to a special ability. Alright, we've taken down the slug. Right, we were victorious. We gained, oh, we've leveled up. We've gained some stats, some abilities there. But no new... Okay, we are hitting harder. We didn't gain any health with our level up. Alright, one down. Alright, we have succeeded. We gained some more XP. And we have unlocked the merchant, a traveling merchant. Alright. And yeah, so we got some gold and we got a longsword. And we returned to hub. So we were successful in that mission. We didn't lose anyone. My first attempt through, I actually lost the person who was with me. But I think the placing of your soldiers and things is quite valid. So let's just go back to the tavern. First thing I want to do is I want to click on this guy. Now he's got a hand axe. It's 47 damage. Okay, 5.5 average, and it's a small axe. Or we can do this long sword. It's the same amount of damage, but it does give us an extra dodge chance. So can we swap that out? Yes. Alright, so we have a hand axe. And here we have our oak staff, but that gives us our skill power and lets us command our spells and things like that. Okay, so we actually have equipped our weapon. Doesn't have any special benefits for using his sword or anything like that, does he? No. Alright, so if we go to recruit, we have another druid. This guy comes with some fancy gear. He's a warrior, but he has +2 intelligence and +2 dex gear. Weird. Alright, well let's recruit him anyway. I do want another warrior for my front line, because maybe that'll help defend my druid a bit. So let's grab him. Back to the tavern. And we can slap him in the front here with his gear. And he already comes with a short sword with an increased dodge chance. So, alright. So short sword, which does less damage. But he is a warrior. So I'm wondering, should we have given him the long sword? Nah, no real benefit there. Alright, so we've got our new guy. We're down to 80 gold. We could actually hire someone else. But let's have a look at our contracts. Which seem to be a little bit tougher. I don't know if they're based on what we have, what people we have. Alright. Again, I'm going to go with kind of the lowest reward ones, in the assumption that it is the easiest, because I want to see how things flow. We're on week 2, so let's fight it out and see what happens. Alright. Oh, one slug. We're going to beat the crap out of it. Oh, he didn't even get a hit in. Alright, so that was easy. We only got a little bit of experience for that. Alright, but that's fine. That was basically an empty fight. The ancient altar. A weathered altar arises from cracked flagstone, ringed by old offerings and black candle wax. Power still lingers here, hungry and unpredictable. So we can either offer gold, place 30 gold on the top. We can offer blood, which is a constitution check, I guess. We can meditate. I'm tempted to meditate. How's your wisdom? 16, so it's pretty good. You're 12 and you're 10. Alright. I think let's meditate, because we've got to go to 16 person there and see what the altar gives us when we meditate. Success! Okay, Cordelia. And it's got a boost of permanently to some stats. That was a good good thing. Nice. Alright, bravo druid. Okay. So, I mean, I'm guessing that roll could have gone two different ways in the classic form, but I think we succeeded there. Nice to see it. Alright. Oh, we have a goblin who hits hard and gives us a bleed. Alright, but it is a single goblin. Oh, he can dodge, so... And we beat him up. Alright, the bleed goes away once we got there. We gained 30 experience from each of that. We still haven't leveled up our new guy. But we have had some pretty casual fights. Should we rest? Do we want to roll that dice again? No, everybody's still pretty high. Let's just press on. I'm not going to rest again. The Cursed Fountain. A cracked fountain fills the room with a low, wet hum. Murky green water glows from within. An old script circles the basin's rim and warning. Alright, we can risk corruption for power by drinking the water. We can toss in a coin, spend 15 gold for a guaranteed blessing. Or we can read the symbols, decode the script, misread and get sprayed. Should we... Because we're up to 17 wisdom, so that's a pretty good roll, I think. Yeah, I'm going to risk it. Success! We unlock a hidden recess. Ooh, we got a fancy warhammer. Nice. We can give that to Umberstone, I think. Is it single-handed, though? I guess so. Alright. Well, that's nice to see. If he levels up. Oh, so he's leveled, they've leveled, and you've leveled. Right. New skill. Choose one skill for slot 1. Okay, so we either have Swift Recovery, which just boosts our healing, but we don't have any healing yet, although I do want a healer. Or we have Entangling Roots, which is a cast, which is 18E. I'm guessing that blue thing is E. Yeah, I'm going with Entangling Roots. Yeah, we have 2 enemies now. Oh, we've cast it already. Oh, we cast it there again. Alright. Nice. I think we did really, really well there. We got some experience. And we have now unlocked the Forgotten Catacombs. Ancient tunnels beneath the earth crawling with venomous creatures. Nice, nice. Alright. And we've collected our nice weapon. We've slain things that we can go back to the hub. Alright, let's go just have a look at our merchant. Can we sell things? Yes, we can sell the hand axe, which I don't think we need anymore. We could buy a jagged dagger, a magic robe, and a halberd, but we don't want to do that. Let's go back to our tavern. We do need another person, so let us recruit. Nobody who's a healer. We do have a rogue. I am going to actually spend 20 gold. Warriors, death priests, and robes. I'm not going to spend any more money. Now, I don't know if any of that is actually valuable. I don't know if a healer is possible. Let's try one more reroll. Okay, we have rogue, we have another druid, we have a death priest. I don't know. Alright, I'll tell you what, I'm going to recruit the death priest just to put in our back line. It does have a healer's cap. Cap blessed with healing magic. Alright, well, we'll see what that does. So we'll recruit that. Let's go back to manage. We'll slap our death priest in there. Unfortunately, she can't dodge, so the +5 dodge is a little bit wasted. I say she, he, they. We do want to swap out our glowing hammer, so we are going to give this to you, mate. You're having some rather nice gear stacked up there. But that's it. That's all we are going to do. So should we... Let's play one more round before I end the video. Should we test these catacombs and fight these several spiders? Alright, let's set in there and see what our new equipment can do in our new realm. Alright, so nice background here. Oh, there's a spider. Oh, he hurt. And he dodged. We're beating him. Oh, venomous bite. Okay, well, I didn't get to see what the venom did. But we downed him. Okay, our new person is still only level 1, sadly. But that just means he's got further to go. Alright. The others will power level him. Oh, we beat the crap out of that spider. We are quite overpowered for this realm. Nice. He's leveling quickly. Oh, very, very cool. Ooh, the Gambling Spectre. A translucent dealer sits alone on the card table, carved from mist. Ether cards click through skeletal fingers as hollow eyes track your purse. An empty jar slides out on its own. Now, play the game High Variance Gamble against the house. Cheat. High risk. If caught, you are cursed. Bet your strength. Risk your body for a fixed payout if the wager holds. Or leave. Right, let's see what we've got. We've got luck 9, dexterity 6, and strength 5. Strength is 15, luck is 11. That doesn't count. What about this dude? So we've only got luck of 11. We've got a dex of 15 there. So that guy would have to cheat. Strength, we've got a 15 and a 15. So it's either dex or strength. I think the strength is our highest factor here. So let's take it. Success. This factor takes us a -2 strength for this run. To whom? I'm not sure. Strength -2. Oh, to everyone. Oh dear, alright. But we got 50 gold. I don't know if that was worth it, but fine, whatever. We're way overpowered for this run anyway. I'm not even going to rest. Our health is barely down. But now we've got 3 spiders. Oh. Alright. I'm a little bit worried that Sahara is going to get killed. I did notice that if one of your people gets killed, then they're gone. They don't just heal back at camp. But that's it, they are gone. Alright, so we got a druid hood, which we don't really need. But we'll check our druids and see what they have. We do get some new skills. Level 2 and level 4. Alright, so let's see what they are. New skill for Sahara. That's quite an expensive one. That is a bit of a heal. Oh, there's our heal. Scales with intelligence. So it's quite expensive. 35E. Alright, let's buy the heal, because we do need a healer. And what have we got? We've got shield wall. We've got taunt. And we've got reposit. Alright, let's give him a taunt, because that pairs well with our heal. And he can be the guy that takes the damage and does the heals. And we have a new formation. 1 protected rear anchor, 2 maneuvering flanks, and a hardened front apex to meet the charge. Alright, well, unfortunately we have 2 rear rank people. And we have a druid hood. Alright, and that's it. So now we don't have anything particularly useful. Oh, there's a leather hood. Alright, so that is just an upgrade, a straight upgrade there. So we'll take that. What has he got? He's got the healer's cap. Yeah, alright, now I'm getting distracted again. So, if you are just here to see the gameplay and my brief diatribe about AI and game building, game creation, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you disliked the video. Don't forget to leave a dislike if you disliked the video. Don't forget to leave a comment, either telling me why you liked or disliked it, or what your opinion is on AI. I would very much like to hear from you, because I want to contribute people's opinions to my video on AI. So yeah, make sure I address all the things that people have brought up and that people believe and feel about it. So yeah, leave me comments on that. I really want to hear from you. Thank you very much. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see videos about indie games. We do 1 a day, and I promise I lean more towards no AI games than AI games, if that is concerning you. But there are less and less of those around these days, because AI is infiltrating everywhere, and I don't want to make this video about AI, but the dev mentioned it himself. So yeah, it's in there. And thank you for watching. See you in the next video. If you are here for the critiques, well, I'm going to try and not talk about AI. I'm going to talk about the game design. We have an excellent settings page. We have a good little bit of tutorial that does leave off a little bit early in terms of running contracts and things like that. We managed to figure out, but I do think the tutorial should be fleshed out a bit more. It needs a bit more. This is very much a prototype in an alpha state, so that's why that kind of stuff isn't there. I'm impressed that there is as much tutorial as there is already, so bravo dev for that. Yeah, definitely keep working on that. Tutorials are a good way to get people into your game and comfortable and things like that. People need them, people like them. Make it skippable if possible, because people don't want to come back to it and run it again if they've cleared their browser or something like that. So yeah, make the tutorial skippable, or at least very easy to get through very quickly. But it does need a bit more tutorial. Sounds, the game sounds very nice. I think combat sounds could do with a little bit more weight behind them, a little bit more chunkiness, but otherwise the game sounded good, and I love the music. I hope it doesn't cause me issues with YouTube. The art, I think the game is very pretty. I'm guessing that's where a lot of your AI inclusion went. Yeah, the art looks good. I like the character designs. I like the little dark eyes. It's quite a cool element. And setting aside the AI elements, you did mention that this is your vision, this is your design. It's a good vision, it's a good design. I like the way it looks. Yeah, I think it is a very good looking game. I think it is well done, well implemented. Bravo. Yeah, it's nice. I like it a lot. Ooh, are these like legendaries? Or just yellow class? Let's sell these things. We do have enough for some of that. For the sword, for example. Anyway, I'm getting distracted again. Yeah, I think this looks nice. I think this is well designed, well implemented. Tavern could do with a bit more kind of background and things like that. And the contracts board could also do with some background and things. Again, just remember prototype, alpha state, all of that kind of thing. But yeah, don't forget your backgrounds and things. I think the merchant has this merchant image over here. That's nice. That's something like that, and the other 2 pages would also be nice, without adding too much clutter and fuss to it. I don't know what these are. That looks like a graveyard, and that looks like a forge. Are these locked until we progress further, or are they locked in the demo? I don't know. Interesting icons anyway. Yeah, so the gameplay is great. It's your standard sort of, the roguelike auto battler. I think it looks good. I think it was fun. It was very enjoyable. I enjoyed seeing the way things unrolled and all of that kind of stuff. The gameplay was fantastic. Which brings us to the kind of the final critique, which is the immersion and the feeling and things like that. How you're engaging with your players. And I think that could do with some filling in a bit more. Again, remembering this is a prototype and alpha, but this is an RPG style game. So get some writing, get your community writing if necessary, get some storyline in here. Again, not something that players have to wade through before getting to the action, but built around the action on the sides of it and things like that. Tell us who we are, tell us what's going on in the kingdom, tell us what we're working towards. Is there a great overarching threat that we're building ourselves up to? All of that kind of stuff. We really need the story and the lore and the feeling behind games like this, especially. I think all games could do with at least a little bit of that tucked around the edges, but this game, there's strong RPG elements in here, so don't forget to build on that more and to get that writing in there. And really, that's all I have to say about it. I think this is a very good game. I think people should come and play it. I think people should come and give the devs some love. I think people should think very seriously about AI and how it's affecting their worlds, and how you're going to talk to the people in charge, the people who actually make the decisions, to get them to legislate around it, to build constraints around it, and to how we implement it in society safely and productively, because it's not going away. We can't make that happen. It's not going to happen. Pandora's box has been opened. AI is here to stay. Cannot get rid of it. We don't have that ability as a society, as a species. There's too much competition between countries, so even if one country says ban AI, other countries will go, yay, we will implement AI, we will use it, we will get better stuff quicker, and then we will take over the countries that have banned the AI. That kind of thing happens. So it's not going away. We need to implement it safely and sanely. We need to use it to make ourselves better, and probably less so to make people profit. That's the big the problem with AI is not that it's here, it's that it's being used to make wealthy people wealthier. That's where the real issue with AI is. It's being used to enrich those who don't need to be enriched anymore. We need legislation and pressure and government to stop that from happening. We don't want the wealthy people to make the decisions about AI, because they are going to they're going to make decisions that benefit them, and they don't care if it hurts anyone else. They are essentially sociopaths. They don't care about the damage that their profit mongering does. So that is where the risk of AI is. We can't make it go away, but we do need to implement it in a way that is beneficial, not profit seeking. So if I have one lesson to get across from this, go there. But an even better lesson is come play this game, because indie games need support. It is a good way to take time and money away from those wealthy, terrible studios who give you actual AI slop, and give it towards people who are using it correctly and who are creating good and creative and fun games that are, in this case, like for free or for cheap. Play more indie games and talk to your Congress or Parliament people, whatever you have in your country, about how to control AI better and how to implement it better. And I'm sure they'll go, oh no, we're already doing that, we're already thinking. They say, no, you're not doing it fast enough, you're not doing it well enough, you're not doing it transparently enough. Tell us what's going on, tell us what the legalization is, tell us who's working on it, tell it how we can in some way talk to them and give input and things like that. You don't get to say that, oh, I'm in charge and I'll do it on my own. No, this is where society has to step in and look over shoulders, and these people who are in charge need to learn that they are not in charge alone. They're not old kings, they're not old nobles, they're not just rulers, and they're immune from discussion and critique and things like that. These are our employees. We have hired these people to run the country, whatever country you're in. The people in charge are the people that you put in charge. You have hired them. You are the boss, and they answer to you. And we need to start showing them that they are answering to us. There's a lot of countries kind of in northern central Europe, Scandinavian countries, are getting that kind of thing right. The people there, people in charge, understand that they are doing a job. They are employees of the people, and that's why these countries are happy, and that's why the economy is flat and stable over there, and things like that. You need to start implementing it in your countries, wherever you are in the world. I'm not singling out a specific country, just all of the countries around the world. Stop putting people in charge who want to be nobles. Start putting people in charge who realize that they are hired to a very responsible position, and that, you know, that they are employees underneath the people as a whole, the populace. That's who they are responsible to and for. And that's it. I don't know why I descended into that rant, but hopefully you agree, and hopefully it gave you some inspiration and some courage to progress. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.